It is a reminder to black trans people that this country does not care about us.
Described by some as an epidemic of violence, black transgender deaths are rising year after year. In Chicago, 2 transgender women, Elise Malary and Tatiana Labelle, were found dead just days apart.
On days like this, the transient visibility, we need to kind of acknowledge the dangers and privilege that come with being able to be visible, being able to be out.
Stylist Leslie worked with Malary as a member of Chicago Therapy Collective, an LGBTQ advocacy organization co-founded by Malary.
It is an unfortunate tragedy that self-advocacy and, being yourself, being who you are, is something that comes at times at a great price.
According to the Human Rights Campaign, 2020 was the deadliest year on record for transgender people. That is until 2021, when that record was broken again. At least 57 transgender people were killed in 2021. Of that group, more than 80% of the victims were people of color. Here in Chicago, 4 black trans women were killed in 2021, representing 11% of the total.
Trans women have always been killed.
Tori Cooper works at the Human Rights Campaign and helps compile their annual trans deaths report. Cooper says there are many solutions to ending violence against transgender people, from LGBT-focused legislation to better data collection. But a big one, she says, is simply ending the stigma against this community.
Once you get to know us, it becomes much more difficult for you to discriminate against us. You can't say, well, I don't know any trans people, or I don't understand trans people, because suddenly you realize that we're your cousins and your nieces and nephews and your siblings and even your parents.
That's why Cooper says events like this one, Trans Visibility Pageant, are so important to honor those who are a part of this community and introduce themselves to those who aren't.
We are all human.
Zahara Bassett is the creator of the Chicago Trans Visibility Pageant.
Irregardless to our sexual identities or chosen life choices or whatever, we're still human. And we should be treated like human. So that's why visibility is important, because we're not treated as human. We dehumanize daily by society.
That dehumanization increases risk factors for violence. Activists say family rejection, hostile politics, and invisibility can marginalize people, cutting off their access to good jobs, a full education, and essential health care. Along with a talent showcase and formal wear presentation, the pageant gives out awards to trans activists in Chicago. One of those awards was to have been given to Elise Malary.
It's hard to celebrate in the midst of mourning, to be honest with you. It's pivotal to honor black trans women and trans people, period, in the work that we're doing, whether it's frontline or in the background of doing the work, because we're still providing access to people, and that's what Elise was doing.
Malary's family accepted her award on her behalf.
And I just want to say Black trans lives matter.
The Chicago Police Department has announced no suspects or made any arrests in the investigation of Elise Malary or Tatiana Labelle's deaths. Jamal Andrus, Newsy, Chicago.